We talk often about legacy, the marks we'll leave, the things we'll build, the stories that will carry our names forward. But lately, I've been thinking about a quieter kind of legacy, the one that isn't written in books or carved in stone, but in the way we care for one another. Every story we carry was once held in someone else's hands. In every meal cooked, every shirt mended, every whispered comfort, care becomes a kind of storytelling. Not written in ink, but in gesture, in repetition, in love. I think of the people who shaped me, not through grand advice or big cinematic moments, but through the way they move through the world. My grandmother used to hum while she worked in the kitchen. A simple tune, nothing special, but it filled the room with a kind of ease. That sound lives in me still. It taught me that care doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it just hums quietly in the background, reminding us that love is, above all else, consistent. When I think about the word legacy, I don't see monuments or milestones. I see the soft labor of care, the unseen work that holds our lives together, the hands that pack lunches before sunrise, the friends who text to check in when they sense you drifting, the strangers who hold the door a few seconds longer than they have to. Care is the invisible architecture of our days. But here's what I've come to understand. The way we care for others is often shaped by how care was shown or withheld from us. We inherit gestures, rhythms, ways of loving. Sometimes we repeat them. Sometimes we have to relearn them. Either way, that inheritance becomes the soil where our own kind of care grows. And when we start to honor that, we realize that legacy isn't only about what we leave behind, it's about what we continue to carry forward. The recipes we still make, the phrases we still use, the kindness we still extend, even when no one's watching. There's a tenderness in realizing that we are someone's continuation story. We're not starting from scratch. We're adding verses to a song that's been sung by countless voices before us. And yet, care isn't always easy. Sometimes it feels heavy, repetitive, unacknowledged. The dishes, the emotional labor, the showing up, it can wear you down. But even in the weariness, there's meaning. Because care isn't just what we give, it's what we practice. It's a rhythm, a devotion. And in tending to others, we also tend to ourselves. There's research that backs this up, of course. When we practice small acts of care, whether it's helping a neighbor or tending to a plant, or simply listening, our bodies release oxytocin, our stress levels drop, our sense of connection deepens. We become more anchored. But beyond science, there's something ancient about care. It's the first language we ever learn. Touch, tone, presence. And maybe it's the one we're all still trying to relearn. When I look around today, I see people caring in so many forms. Parents holding it together through exhaustion. Friends sitting with each other in grief. Teachers showing up again and again because they believe in the small ripples that shape futures. And I wonder, what would the world feel like if we began to see those moments as legacy? If we recognize that every act of tending is its own kind of inheritance? But here's the truth. Care doesn't just sustain others. It shapes us. It builds empathy, endurance, and gentleness. It keeps us human in a world that often rewards hardness. Maybe this month, you take a moment to look at the small acts of care in your life, the ones you offer and the ones offered to you. Write them down, name them, say thank you for them. Notice how even the simplest gesture can echo across time. Because there are stories that shape us, the quiet ones we almost overlook, the stories that don't demand attention, but quietly insist on being remembered. Care is a form of legacy, the kind that never needs to be announced, the kind that continues quietly through the lives it touches.